Hey y'all, this is a video and a challenge for you to utilize my digital Bible journaling brushes. Now these are going to be free on my website, and I just want to challenge you to use them in a digital Bible journaling page and to share your page with me and with others. You can go back and watch the first video to get more detail on how I do the digital Bible journaling. I'm actually working in Photoshop Elements so that everybody can see how to use these, but you can also, of course, do this in the full version of Photoshop. So I'm going to do File, New, Blank File. I'm going to just get scrapbooking paper. And I have here Psalm 23 open in my eSword application. This is what I use. You can use whatever Bible application you want to use. I am going to search and get this snipping tool. I actually have it saved as a favorite, but I wanted to show you how you could find it. I'm in Windows 10. It's in Windows 7 and 8. I think in Vista too. Or if you're on a Mac, whatever tool that you have that will copy something onto the keyboard. Print screen is what they used to call it in XP. So I'm going to click New, and I'm just going to highlight my text. When this comes up, I'm going to click Copy. Now that copies it to my clipboard. I'm going to go back to Photoshop Elements, Control V, and it's not very large, so I'm going to just make it larger. So there's my text, and now we're going to load the brushes. So here's the brush tool, and if you click down here on where you choose what type of brush and then go to this flyout arrow and then load brushes, navigate to where you've saved my brushes, just choose them and click load. I'm going to go ahead and cancel because I've already got them loaded. You see right here at the bottom, I have them loaded. And here they are. There are 50 of them. I simply sat at my table with a paper the other day and drew boxes, circles, lines, and the such directly in words in my Bible, and then I scanned them in and made 50 brushes with them for you. So I've got a nice pretty green color here. That would work, but let's do purple. I like purple. And so here's the first brush. It's a nice long one. I have organized these in size. So when you're looking at the boxes, this first box is longer and this last box is smaller. So this one might work to highlight a longer word such as pastures. Oh, I'm going to hit Control Z. Let's I don't use Photoshop Elements enough. Oh, it's up at the top now. I'm going to create a new layer. I generally don't put my marks on the same layer as my Bible passages. That way, in case I want to delete it. So there it is around the word pastures. And if I wanted to go get the smallest one, you see it's much smaller. And I'm going to hit the bracket key on my keyboard to make it a little larger. And it's going to work around one words. And no, and he, whatever you want to, this is making no sense what I'm highlighting. I'm just showing you how to use the brushes. So here's two that are box with the top open. So if you want to, get a new color maybe and highlight something like that, I can even do like this. You could, if I wanted to, I could choose brush settings and just turn that brush around and do it from the top. I'm going to use my bracket key on my keyboard and make that larger so it goes all the way around. Prepare a table. So there's lots of ways you can use these brushes. Here's a circle for, see, it will fit 2 words. And then down here, this would be your smaller circle. It's almost too small. Oh, it might fit around the word of, but I could enlarge it a little bit and it would fit around the word cup. So you can make them all larger and smaller. This one here, I don't like the way the icons are showing in Photoshop Elements. They look much better in the full version of Photoshop. But this is actually some dotted lines. There's several versions of the dotted lines. I tried to make several different types. That way it looks natural, like you don't want to repeat using the same one on the same graphic, because you rarely even draw a line the same way twice when you are manually underlining in your Bible. Then these are dashed ones. There's a couple dashed ones in there. And then there's 3 that are double underlined. If I wanted to, maybe I could drag that a little bit to make it longer, or I could make it longer this way. That doesn't look good, too big. Whoops. So, and then there's a whole bunch of straight ones. The first one is your longest one. So if you are highlighting a long stretch of words, that works for that. And you could keep going down a little further. Some of them are a little bent, but they do go in size. But you can use your bracket key to get exactly the right size. So as you go down, they do get much smaller, down to this one, I think, which is the smallest. And then you have at the end a few that we added because we wanted to make 50. And this one does a loop-de-loop. This one is a squiggly. Another squiggly. And this one kind of goes up and down. So there's a few fun ones at the bottom. So those are the brushes and kind of how you would use them. Go back to my first tutorial to see my whole process of how I use these. But I wanted to give away a set of brushes for people to use in order to underline. And I probably am going to do a set of brushes for highlighting next. I look forward to seeing what you do with these.